Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome to Chess Point. Here we see the Italian game opening and its variation and its history. So first of all, we see the Italian game is the one of the oldest opening in the chess and has been around for centuries. This classical variation starts with the e4 opening can lead to the slower and positional games as well as an open tactical battles are very common among the beginners. The Italian game is a part of the players of every level. So first of all we see the starting position of Italian game. The Italian games starts after the move of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. So white develops their king sides pieces sensibly with the knight controlling the center. Bishop attacking the weak f7 pawn through the central d5 square. With this opening, white follows the basic opening principle of fighting for the center and taking care of the king's safety. From there, the game can evolve into either tactical or positional struggles. So here, white get some profit or benefit of this opening is natural play game and focus on the center rapid development and concern about the bishop on the c4 might be exposed. Black center is not under immediate pressure. So after this we see the variation of Italian game as an opening that has been around since the 1500s. Masters study the Italian game intensively throughout the ages. Below you can see the variation of this opening. So first of all, this opening is Geico piano. The most popular variation of Italian game is Geico piano, which starts after the move of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and here comes black with bishop c5. The name of this line is an Italian expression that can translate to soft game or slow game, an indication that this variation often leads to the positional games. Despite its name, white can force a more open game by placing on the fifth move of after this d4, entering this center attack variation. So this is the Geico piano variation. In this here you can do with the positional game starts with. Here the chances of draw is more. So after this we see the new variation of Italian game is Geico pianismo. The Geico pianismo, as the name suggests, tends to the lead a very slow game. The d2 and d3 posts characterize this variation and can happen either through the moves of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, and here comes with the fourth move of white is d3. And another move also comes here after the move of bishop c5. White pushes the c3 pawn, and here black plays knight f6, and then white pushes the pawn to d3. With this variation, white keeps the center close and the favor a more positional game. So if you see after this move, black moves castling, white also castling to save in this position d6, h3 because black plays the move of bishop g4 for that, and black also plays the h6 move for the bishop g5. Here connected the knights, knight bd2, a5, rook e1, bishop e6, and bishop b5 and queen b8. So this is the position for the Geico Pianonismo opening variation. So here comes the third variation of Italian game. The name of this opening variation is Evans Gambit. Popularized by the Captain W.D. Evans and used extensively by Paul Morphy. The Evans Gambit is suitable for the aggressive players. White gives up a wing pawn to develop quickly and create a dangerous attack on the enemy king. This variation adds a spice to the slow or Geico piano after the move of e4, e5, knight. For that we see the moves of this Evans Gambit variation. So after the move of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, here comes the Evans Gambit variation with b4. So how you see that white get aggressively moves his pawn to attack the black. Here some players or beginners or intermediate players who think this pawn in free or get the pawn up. So when you cut this pawn, here you get how white attack in this position. So after this black pushes to c3, bishop a5, double zero, knight f6, d4, e cut d4, and here comes the attacking lines of e5, knight e4, rook a1, bishop cut c3, rook cut e4, and bishop cut a1. So here white can give an exchange down for black, but white here to attacking the king side of the black. So after this, knight g5, queen e7, bishop cut f7 check, king d8, bishop d5, rook f8, knight cut h7, rook f5, and what we see and what the Evans Gambit says that this gambit is suitable for the aggressive players. So you see how white pushes his pawn and attacking the rook with g4. After this is the chances of rook cut e5, rook cut e5, knight cut e5. Here comes the move of bishop g5 and pinning the queen and queen cut g5 and knight cut g5. So here you see how white get win this game after the move of bishop cut b4. So this is the variation of Italian game. So after this we also see how to play against the Italian opening game. The Italian game is not one of the most challenging opening to deal with the black side. Geico Piano mainline is the black player who enjoy a positional game can count on the main line of the Geico Piano for a balanced game. So in this game or in this variation, you can focus on middle game, which is also positional game for black and white both. So here the chances of black wins is 31% game, draws 33% and loses 36% in this line. A more than satisfactory result, not that if black chooses this line, they should be prepared for the Evans Gambit. So After this we see the black how play against the Evans Gambit. So here comes the Evans Gambit decline. Although black can accept the gambit and still get a good game. The Evans Gambit decline variation scores the best, with 41% of game ending in wins, 23% draws, and 36% loses. Black stands very well after the move of e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and after this b4 of Evans Gambit variation. Here comes black with bishop b6. So before we see how if black cut the bishop cut b4, attacking chances of white is more and heavily attack on the king side. So here black should go for the bishop b6. After this chances with pushes of b5, knight a5, bishop e2, d5, d3, e cut d3, knight cut d cut e4, queen cut e1, bishop cut d1. So you see how black here attacking the white and counter attack with these moves. So if you and your opponent play this opening, use moves with the bishop b6, and this opening is the black pair can also rejoice at the fact that this variation scores remarkably well among the non-professional players. So this is the variations of Italian game. After this we can see also the history of Italian game. So the Italian game is one of the oldest opening in chess, with the Italian master adopting and studying it as really or early the 16th century, notably Culico CRSA Poleria analyzed in his codex. After this and later Giacchino Garcio in his manuscript C, the opening remained popular throughout this the age of appearing constantly in top level players. This nowadays elite players like GM Anis Giri, Wesley Shaw, and many more players chooses this opening or employing the Geico piano regularly with the white pieces. So this opening is mainly popular in beginners and intermediate players. So next time we see the famous games on Italian game opening. So thank you for this, and next time we see the more and interesting game of this opening. So please don't forget to like and subscribe this video. You get see here many more and excitable opening games, and you don't see my previous videos on the different opening variations. You go and see all the variation and videos for your game. So thank you and bye.